On tonight's show, we have health and wellness coach and actress Pamela Erin. And now for your host, KoolKard. Welcome back to the show, everybody. It is KoolKard. You're watching Kickin' It with KoolKard show, episode 101, y'all. We made it over 100, episode 101. We're here. Thank you guys for sticking with me. It's been a journey, almost 2 years strong. I have not missed the show, man. It's wonderful, very, very wonderful. But this week I have health and wellness coach and actress and a plethora of other things we'll talk about. Her name is Pamela Erin. You may know her by Pamela the Beauty. She's really doing a thing out here. But yes, we're going to dive into what she's doing in the fitness world and with her acting as well, because she's doing phenomenal things. She has her own app. I'm telling you, she's an entrepreneur. She's doing enterprise, everything, all right? So I'm going to bring her in with a nice warm welcome, and we're going to get the show rolling, y'all. Let's get it. Yes. Welcome to the show, everybody. Pamela Erin, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me, KoolKard. Hey.
Oh, no doubt, man. I had to have you on, man. You're doing great things in the fitness world. You're a budding actress, so we're here to talk about it.
Thank you.
Yes. Now, listen, I have to ask. I do a prayer before every show. I want to make sure you're comfortable with that. If you are, cool. If not, we can move on.
Oh, yes. God is everything. Let's go.
Okay, yes. And listen, before we do that, though, your lighting, it messed up just a little bit. So I want to present you in the right light. Let
me sit up.
Yeah, just shift it a little bit or something, because it's like very shiny. I don't know if you just want to tilt it.
I see it.
You tilt it? Yeah.
Let me see. Dang it. I see what you see, too.
Yeah. I can't have you out here like that. There we go. I think that did it. That did it. Perfect. Yes. Thank you, Jesus.
Oh, wait, it went back. Let me see.
Okay, try some again.
Did it go away?
Oh man, it came back.
Let me see.
That's better when you. I don't know if you close the window. Yeah, close that window. See what happens.
Let me see. Did that help?
That's better. You got a couple highlights, but that's better. Close it.
Is it a little dark now, though?
No, you're fine.
Is that better?
That is better. You have a little light on your right side. What's going on?
Side?
Yeah, what's going on over there?
Let's see. I'll turn it away a little bit.
Yeah, that's a lot better. You got a couple highlights, but it's a lot better. Trust me.
It might be my highlighter.
Yeah, for sure. But I just want to represent you in the right light. Don't want to have you out there all shiny and whatever.
Thank you.
Yes, for sure. Well, thank you, Jesus. Let's go ahead with our prayer, and then we're gonna get into it. All right, Heavenly Father, Lord Jesus, we just thank you for bringing us together today to have a great conversation. We just thank you for Pamela lending her time and her knowledge of her business, Heavenly Father, Lord Jesus, with us. We just thank you for just allowing us to wake up this morning, Heavenly Father. We just give you all the victory, all the glory, all the love, all the praise. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Yes, Lord.
Yes, Lord.
So, Pamela, the beauty. I want to start off by saying this because I read a little bit up on you, and it seems to me as though fitness and acting kind of chose you.
They did. They really
Keep
did. Acting came weirdly. I was working at Nordstrom in that phase of my life where I wasn't quite sure where I was headed. I was in school for fashion, and everything was coming to me very naturally with fashion marketing. I was doing really well in school. Okay. And I had a natural knack for certain aspects of the marketing classes I was in. I was really good at presentation. I was really good at memorizing things that we learned and being able to regurgitate it out. But acting never came to my mind as something that I could do. Okay. And I was on my lunch break one day at work, and I'm like literally walking to the food court, working at Lenox Mall. Wow. And somebody came up to me and was like, "Are you an actress?" And I was like, "No." He was like, "Well, you should be. And me and my friend are doing a play, and I need you to be the lead." And I was like, "I ain't no actress." And he was like, "It's okay. We'll teach you everything." And I was like, what do I have to lose? Like, whatever. Right. And so for the following weekends, I would go to this person's home where they had their rehearsals for their play. and they would just teach me stuff. And I remember the day of the play, just being on stage afterwards and saying, I'm going to do this forever. And got laid off from my job that following week.
Wow.
And, moved to New York, studied film and TV at Stella Adler Conservatory, and stayed in New York for 6 years, and the rest is that.
Oh wow.
So it's crazy weird how that happened.
That is weird. like you went from just nothing to all in Stella Adler. Like that's big time. You know what I mean?
It's like a leap for sure. Yeah.
Wow. That's cool. And it you got bit with the acting bug. It stuck with you. How long? When were you in New York?
2011 to about 2016.
Okay. Oh, because that was well after me. I was out there from like 98. I'm dating myself here. 98 to about about 2001. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
98,
I
97.
Loved it.
Yeah. I loved it. I'll never move back though, but
me either.
I love you understand.
It's a great place to go when you're like young and full of energy. And I'm not saying that I don't have energy, but there's a hustle and bustle to it that I would just rather experience for a vacation.
Yeah, exactly.
And then come back to my normalcy because I like using my car. And
right.
I
right.
You know, in New York it takes 3 hours to do one thing. You're
one
like, oh
thing.
One thing.
It's a whole operation just to go
to
the grocery store to do anything. Anytime.
I had a suitcase to get groceries.
Yes.
A suitcase.
Yes.
How am I carrying this home with no car?
Right.
Like it's just a lot.
Yeah, man. It's an energy and it's a hustle that when you're young and you're trying to figure it out, you love that because of the opportunities that it brings. But when you kind of figure out your path and you're like, man, this is not it. I swear to God, every time you leave the house, you are spending money.
Oh my God.
You're spending money.
You don't even care about where you live because, to be honest, you're never there. Because once you're gone for the day, you better have all your outfits. I had a bag with me at all times.
Yes.
With another pair of shoes, another outfit, a dress of some sort. Because I knew at some point I was going to an after-work party.
Right.
And every day there's something to do. There's a parade randomly going on the way to work. I'm like, I'm going to that when I get off. Like, it's so fun. But for me, it's unrealistic for my lifestyle at this point in my life.
Yeah, like you said, I like being in my car alone. I don't want to be on the Iron Horse with 20 million people and man, it's just too much. And you know, I'm all about energy, so that energy's swirling out there, and it's too much. You know, how do you find your peace with that energy like that?
You don't. You put on your headphones and pretend you don't see people.
Yeah, for real. And I got a theory too. You know how most apartments out there are like tiny. They're like a box. They're they're a closet. I feel like it's that way so that you can get out the house. So they push you out the house. You don't want to be in the house. Go out, spend money. Like that place sucks you dry.
It does. It really does. It's not for the faint of heart. And it grew me up. When I lived there, I grew up. Like I felt like those were the years of my life where I matured so much because I had to go through some. I got robbed. I got followed home. I met some people that were the scariest people I've ever met in my life. But I also had so much beautiful things that happened to me while I was there too. So it's a yin yang there. You experience some amazing highs there, but boy, like you got to be so self-aware to live there. You cannot be like, oh, life is sunshine and rainbow.
Hell no. You can't be like me.
Like walking in a circle all day.
Right. You can't be like me out at 4 a.m. by myself walking the city blocks. Like I was a fool, but I did it. Like
me too. I think back to then and I'm like, did you really walk around Canarsie at 3 o'clock in the morning? The projects?
And you still here, girl. You made
it. And I'm alive? Like, I don't even know how I did it, but I was young and just didn't have that awareness. I just was so naive.
Yeah,
you know.
I've been there, man. Trust me. I was walking through Baisley projects, all that Queens, because I lived all over. I lived in Manhattan. I lived in Queens. I lived in Jersey, and I've seen it all, man. I was down in downtown Paterson, New Jersey, at 2 a.m.
God.
Listen, if it wasn't for a group of people out there. I might not be here. You know what I'm saying? Like I probably would have gotten robbed. Like for real, it's that serious. And that's a daily thing. And that's just a lifestyle though.
Yeah,
you know?
It is.
It's a lifestyle.
Unstable. It's unstable.
Yeah, for sure. Now, so with the timeline here, acting, that bit you. Was this after you kind of discovered fitness and dealt with what you were dealing with, or this was before?
No, it was acting came first, but for me, fitness, I didn't know that I even was around it so much. When I was
Okay.
growing up, I would see my mother doing aerobics in the living room because she was a
Oh,
housewife, and so my mom
okay.
didn't leave the house very much. And in the morning, her routine was have her coffee with her toast and her eggs, and then she would cut on a tape of like Denise Austin or Gilad and like these fitness people from back in the early 90s.
Yeah.
And she would do her workout, and I would always see her doing that, so I would join in with her sometimes, not even realizing that I actually was liking it. I was just doing what my mom was doing. And
Right,
then
right.
as I got older, I became very body conscious too. Being the only girl in my family, I would go to school and I was kind of self-conscious, so I would come home from school and like try to do crunches and like squats, and
Right.
I was kind of overly aware of myself very young, and not realizing it until recently that this is something that I've been doing. I started watching those tapes too and paying attention to the workouts and learning how to do stuff. And
Yeah.
when I lived in New York, I was always attached to a gym. I actually worked for a gym for a little while too while I was out there. And
Okay.
I was just always around fitness, but never took it serious.
Yeah.
I didn't know that this was something I really wanted to do. I just knew it came to me kind of naturally.
Okay.
And I was always kind of fit. When I got a little older, when I was in my 20s and I was living in New York, I was fit because I liked to always be doing, like, fitness never didn't have a place in my life. Every day I knew at some point in the day,
Yeah.
I had to go do something physical.
Okay.
And it was just a part of who I was. I just didn't know, it's always been me.
Right.
And then it came to me for real probably in 2017-ish, when I was kind of starting to go through a little bit of a depression. And I found that the gym was like my outlet to go to, just to have my me time, put on my music, and just zone out. And then I just started getting really like fit in a different way. I was using weights now. I was like being more conscious of food, and people would come up to me and be like, yo, I remember when I first saw you, I was like, she's cute. But then now I'm looking at you and you're like, shoulders are coming in. Like, what are you doing for your shoulders? Like, what are you doing for your legs? And I'm like, people keep asking me stuff. Like, I know what I'm doing.
Right.
And it made me more aware. And one day someone asked me to be their trainer, and I was like, I don't even have the credentials to do this. She was like, I don't care. I'm getting ready for my big show, and I need someone to help me get fit. And I was like, I looked at her and I was like, this is going to be a challenge because she's not me.
Yeah.
All I ever trained was me. Training myself is one thing, but training you is another. So it pushed me, and she trusted me. So I charged her next to nothing because I didn't know nothing.
Yeah.
And we worked out like 3 days a week, and she lost 100 pounds with me.
Wow.
And I watched this woman change mentally as well as physically. And that's where I started to have my passion for it. Not because she was losing weight, but because I saw her mental change.
Yeah.
She was like low self-esteem when I first met her, but I could tell she was trying to fight it,
Mm-hmm.
And she had big things coming up in her life that she didn't feel prepared for. So during our sessions, we weren't just working out, we were talking. She was telling me about dudes that were dissing her. She was telling me about family that was dissing her. She was telling me about how she felt when she lost her mom, and we were getting closer and closer.
So it became therapeutic for her at the same time.
And that's what it is with me in training. All of my clients are like my girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? So in sessions, I'm helping them get through things too, and they help me as well. So I talk to them about my stuff, and so it ends up being a partnership, and just so happened to be a physical change on top of it. So
so you're basically a change element as well. And we're talking, from the mental, like you said, a change element, and it goes deeper than just, hey, how you doing? Show up for class and whatever. You guys are like really powwowing it out.
Yeah.
It's so it becomes more, and it's more meaningful.
Absolutely.
It's more meaningful, and I guarantee you that's how you keep clients too, because they're looking forward to coming to see you, not just for the workout. They're like, oh, I can't wait to talk to Pam and see her, her take on this, and man. That's wonderful. Yeah. So for you, now for you, when you really dove in, did it help you release some inhibitions that you may have? Like, some things
Well, it taught me that I need to learn how to run a business, because I ain't never did that before. So I had to learn systems for myself, create boundaries for myself, because I just had one client at first. So then I was like, well, how do I get more of these? So, there's I'm sure with you, with your talk show, you're like, okay, I want to do this.
Yeah.
What's the basic building structure of this? Like, forget the fact that I'm naturally good at talking to people,
Yeah.
but I'm sure you had to do some research.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
you know, you can be naturally talented as you want to be, but you still got to have some structure. So I
Yeah.
started to thinking, like, what do I need to do? What marketing do I need to have? What do I need to learn? So the first thing was get certified, so I can have like the proper paperwork in line, so I don't hurt nobody.
Right.
And basically, once I got that in line, I just went from there, little by little, implementing new things, learning how the body really works, and learning about different body types, and learning about nutrition more. And then I got into a competition so I can learn how to get myself in the best shape of my life, and that's why I did it.
Okay.
And yeah, from there, it was about me just creating more and more building blocks for myself to create business.
Yeah, because it's like how can you push somebody to that level if you haven't done it for yourself?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Yes,
exactly.
you know what it takes to be pushed, because some people really need to be pushed over a hump or a roadblock, and how can you help them with that if you've never been there? So I get it. Yeah, I get it. So I mean, so out of basically you doing you in the gym and finding that one person kind of sparked this whole entrepreneurial path for you that you never even had did you ever have a thing for entrepreneurship? Did you ever think? Because you were going down the fashion route, right?
Yeah, I was always thinking I had to clock in for somebody, you know what I'm saying? Which I realized probably wasn't the best thing for a girl like me, because I like to speak my mind.
But, man, I'm telling you, listen.
Okay. I was like getting fired left and right before that. I was like, I wasn't supposed to say that. I'm sorry. Yeah. But yeah, I that was not in my mind, my game plan, not at all.
Man, that's wonderful.
Entrepreneurship was not. I always thought that I would have to always be guided by someone else.
Yeah.
And I didn't look at myself as a leader. I looked at myself as, okay, how's it done? Okay, cool. I'm gonna go do that. And I was always a great worker. So regardless of how the jobs would end, throughout every job I ever had, I always went into leader. I always got promoted fairly quickly in every job I've ever had, because once I've learned something, I was really awesome at implementing it and implementing it well. I was unconsciously very competitive and always wanted to be great at everything I was doing, whether it was the best bagger at Publix, the best, you know what I mean? I always wanted to be really good at everything. And I noticed that I changed the energy of most of my body. Every job I worked at, I changed the energy of the room when I walked in. And I realized that was my power when I was probably in my mid-20s. And I just didn't know how to use it, though.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't know what that was meaning. I just knew that people would tell me all the time that when I was at work, it felt good. And I was like, oh, thank you. I guess that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, I gave people a feeling of community. And I didn't know what that meant at that time. I just knew I was good at jobs.
Yeah. And now you found out how to unbottle that. All that potential, you know, all that talent.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. I'm the same way, man. Like I had a job. I'll say I work a 9 to 5 now, but it was it's part of my plan. I went back for a reason, right? To with steps, but I'm not staying here, right?
Yeah.
But I left my job in like 2014, and I was doing me. I had like a trucking company. I did a bunch of stuff, and I jumped back in maybe 2018, I think. So it was about 4 or 5 years. I left in 2013, or I don't know, about 4 or 5 years. I was doing me. And then there were some things that I wanted to achieve and get. So I was like, you know what? It'll be easier if I can just have paychecks on paper. Figured, you know what I mean? Just to, account for whatever. So yeah, so part of my plan. But I'm saying that to say this. What you were saying, like you'd probably get fired because of your mouth. I have no problem. And I've told my manager this several times. I'm not afraid of you letting me go because I know how to figure it out for me and mine. I know how to survive and I know how to thrive. You know what I'm saying? I know I figured it out before. I'm here for I ain't tell them I'm here for a purpose. You know, whatever. You don't tell them too much, but I just told them. I really told them. And I mean, most people wouldn't say that to their manager, but I'd say, listen, I'm not afraid of being let go. I do a damn good job, mind you, because like you said, in all of my jobs, I've always been asked if I wanted to be promoted. But you know what? I tell them no, because this is not my path. I don't want to waste your time, because then if you promote me and I'm doing a upper level management job or whatever, and I leave, it's a little harder to fill than, whatever. So I'm thinking about them, thinking about me. Don't give me that responsibility because I don't want it. I don't want it because I know I'm not going to be here long. I'm just passing through. You know what I'm saying? And most people don't think like that. Most people will probably be afraid to even talk like that to their superiors, I guess you want to say. But nah, man, for what?
Yeah.
It's more to life than that for me. I know. So yeah. So
That's
yeah, man.
self-confidence.
Yeah.
That's that good self-confidence. People don't realize, like, when you're an entrepreneur, the first year, it is wise to have another paycheck coming in. At any point, not the first year, just at any point, you know that you're trying to level up in your business.
Yeah.
You know that there's other things you're going to have to do for a little while. Like, I personal train still, but my health coaching business is number one to me right now.
Yeah.
But I know that having those clients still, they keep me on my toes.
Yep.
They keep my perspective in, and they also kind of give me insight into what kind of health coach I'm going to be.
Yeah.
So I still listen to what they need from me, and it keeps me on my toes. And that income pays for all the stuff that comes along with having your own business. Yeah. It's not cheap to have. The first year, you'd be lucky to get a little profit. You know what I'm saying? So, I never despise the still having another means of income. It's good to have something on some paper, like you said, too. Yeah. Because you got taxes, you're trying to buy houses, you're trying to do other stuff.
Exactly.
You got to have stuff on paper. Accounting got to be on point.
Exactly.
Exactly. People don't think about. They think entrepreneur. They think Rolls Royces and big mansions in 1 year, and it's like, sweetie pie, this is not that glamorous. It's very hard when you're doing everything.
Right.
You're the cameraman, you're the lighting, you're the wardrobe, you're the script writer.
Yep.
You're the one who has to make up the plan, execute the plan, do the marketing, send the emails, answer the emails, pick up the phone.
And let's be real, it's not easy.
It's not easy at all.
It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. Yeah.
It's so overwhelming. It's so overwhelming. So many days I'm just like, should I look online and see if someone's hiring? I'm tired a little bit, but there's
worn out.
Where I'm like happy,
Yeah, but keep going. Just keep going. But you said something too, like you're saying, people think it's just boom, first year you're running. No, and it's okay. Like I tell people all the time, if getting a job, if you're trying to be an entrepreneur, if you are an entrepreneur but you're just starting out or whatever and really chasing it, it's okay. Stop trying to flex or front for somebody else. It's okay to say you have a 9-to-5 because guess what? You have to fund your business.
Yeah.
How can you be a broke entrepreneur with nothing to fund your business? It's okay. Just know it's part of your plan. And that's not your final destination. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Also, I want you to break down the difference between a health coach and a personal trainer. A lot of people don't know the difference.
Yeah, so health coaching is, I feel like it's kind of a new industry, honestly, and it's probably been booming for real the past few years. So, people who have been saying that they're life coaches, there's the Tony Gaskins and all the people that can help you get your life together,
right?
And work on your mental health. Well, a health coach is very similar. You find your niche. Mine, for me, I like helping people with intermittent fasting and learning how to take care of your gut. And also implementing health and wellness into your everyday life without it feeling so overwhelming.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my clients during our sessions, I found that the last 10 minutes for me needs to be stretching and talking with my sessions. And during that stretching and talking, they really break down to me. Oh, Pamela, I know we've been doing these great workouts. I'm still having trouble with my sleep at night. I'm still having trouble with my brain fog. And I'm ready to leave this job. It's really stressing me out. Sometimes I feel like I have irritation in my stomach. I'm feeling inflammation. And there's all these things that they're not sure how to handle. They go to the doctor. They get all this medicine and all that stuff. And then the doctor sends you home with a bill and some medicine. But who takes care of you from that point on?
Right.
So that's where I step in and I, guide you through. You tell me what's going on with you. Our communication is there. And you tell me, hey, I'm using this and this right now. The doctor says I have this. Well, I sit down with you as a health coach and we talk about these things like a one-on-one.
Okay.
How's your day going? What were your thoughts like today?
Yeah.
Okay, so this week, give me 3 goals you want to accomplish this week. Okay, great. Where are the action steps that we're going to apply together as a team to make sure you get those done? So 1 hour conversation a week. That's how I run my business. And we break down these action steps and make them even more small so they don't feel so huge to you. And I check in with you and then we do our 1 week call and email notification if you want to talk to me about anything that we maybe didn't get to in our call that week.
Right.
And I'm like your partner, but we ain't doing exercise.
Yeah.
We're doing mental exercise.
Accountability partner on a professional level.
Yeah. It's that hour that they need that they're not, because when we're working out, we talk too. When I'm personal training, we are doing talking as well, but it's more so it's primarily focused on moving your body
Right.
and a little bit of talking, but it's mostly focused on mind muscle connection and getting through a workout. Whereas with a health coach, we are sitting just like this, and you're telling me what's going on with you. You want to get divorced. You can tell me all your personal stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be that. It can very much be I'm having a really hard time staying on track with my eating habits. I'm triggered by this, this, and this. I step in because of my knowledge, can tell you why you're craving sugars right now, why you're craving salts right now, what's going on with your gut bacteria, what should you be taking right now, how to implement your medicines into your food, how to intermittent fast for your body type, and so on and so forth. So it's a process that's different for each person I help, but the basis of it is health coach. We talk about your nutrition, get you on track, so that you have some kind of game plan to fit this into your everyday life so it doesn't feel so overwhelming.
Yeah.
Where personal training is, let's work out and get you to a body goal.
Yeah, because here's the number one thing. Change, when you already got a lot going on, is very overwhelming. So I get it. I get it. It's where you step in. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So overwhelming. So a lot of my girls, are skeptical about getting a health coach, but aren't we skeptical about getting any kind of coach? We're skeptical about getting everything except we always say I can go to the doctor, but how often do we think about getting a therapist? That's necessary.
Yep.
We get our hair done, we get our nails done, but then when it's time to talk about our health and wellness, we got, I don't know, I'm not ready yet.
Yep.
I don't have enough money. We do have enough money because you just need to ask how much and then figure out how to take away something that maybe isn't as expensive or as important and fit this in.
Exactly.
People, they get so overwhelmed with the stuff they don't know the answer to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ask,
overwhelmed or afraid. Yeah. Yeah, they get overwhelmed or afraid. Let's talk about Body by Pam.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about that. Was that birthed out of you needing something quick and easy to just get you there while you're on the go? Or did you run into a lot of your clients who are like, hey, maybe I don't have the time all the time to come see you, but I still need that from you? How was that?
Yep, exactly. The app came from people being like, yo, I'm on set this week, so I can't do our sessions. That's what it came from. Okay. I have a lot of actresses, my clients, and actors. Okay. So when their time got real scarce and we couldn't do our in-persons anymore, and also the pandemic came as well. And people just needed something on the go to do at the house. Okay. So we switched from in-person to virtual trainings, and then some that couldn't even get the virtuals in for an hour decided to rock with the app with me. And the app came to me. I was praying to God. I was like, I don't know what the next thing is you want me to work on or what the next thing is you have for me, because when the pandemic hit, I got like anxiety. I was like, what am I gonna do?
Right.
And I never did virtual trainings before. I always did in-persons, and everything was shutting down around me. I just moved. Everything was a chaos for me, and much like everybody else. And I was sitting in the room one day, and God was like, programs. And I just remember seeing like a little commercial on a YouTube ad, and people were talking about master classes and all this stuff. And I was like, I'm really good at fitness, but how do I teach a class? Like on the phone, or like something that somebody could pay for and use when they want to. So then I went on Udemy, and I was like, I'm going to create my own program. So I made my first program that way. It was a booty and abs program. That was my first one on Udemy, and I was selling the program for like $50. But on freaking Udemy, they be selling your shit for $12.99.
I know.
When you're not looking, I'm like,
I know.
Why I'm getting these small paychecks. I'm like, what is this? But that was my first program, and it was all like a PDF form of workouts, and you would click on the exercise that I have written out for you, and it would show a video of me doing the workouts. And I had this place where I had this big white wall, and I just put my little lights up, set my little camera up, and just recorded myself working out. And I was like, you know what? This might be something. Right, and that was my first time creating a program. And then once I saw that people were like kind of liking it, people that I didn't know were buying it. So that's how you know you're doing all right when you got strangers buying your stuff. I'm like, okay. And I said, well, let me see if there's another way to do this on another level. I said, could I do an app? So then I was like, well, shoot, just shoot these videos, create the program, write out every exercise that's going to be in the program, and go shoot that stuff and see what happens. And I literally was led to each step every time I made a step. And that's how it happened, you know. And then I made another app and another one, and I was like, you know what? Excuse me. I got this cold that is like I'm afraid to go in public, and it's not.
Oh, you're good to go.
But that led me to thinking more of the times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? This is a good thing for me, and so that's how it came. And then people were buying it. What they say is the workouts were like less than 20 minutes, and so for me, people were like, I didn't think that I was gonna be able to like lose weight off a 20-minute workout a day, but boy, right. I'm tired.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, so, if it's done right.
Yeah, it was good, man. It's been doing good. I'm making another one soon. So
okay. And where can people find it? Where can people get the app?
So my app, if you go on my Instagram page, there's a link tree, thingy-majig, or they can go on my website and purchase it that way as well.
Okay, cool. Website, Pamela the Beauty. Instagram, Pamela the Beauty.
Everything Pamela the Beauty.
How would it sound? Yeah. And that name comes from you doing pageants or something, right?
Yeah, New York, freaking New York, man.
Freaking New York got you doing 20 million different things.
I'm in New York, like, who am I? I'm walking down the street and this guy's like, hey, my girlfriend's doing a pageant. You should do it. And I was like, she's doing a pageant? He's like, yeah, she's putting on a Miss Black New York pageant. I was like, me? Pageant? Like, I'm so, like, I come from such, like, a crazy family background that a girl like me would never believe she could step on the stage and do beauty pageants. I don't come from, like, money and, like, the big background of, like, the sororities and the whole college and all that stuff. Every step of my life has been extremely difficult. So I was like, that's not for me. That's for the girls whose parents helped them out. Those are the girls who got the Cosby Show life. They got, you know, they're in sororities. Their lives are perfect. They have degrees. I am like none of these things, you know? And I'm like a worker and I'm like stressed all the time. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't really like, I was broke. I was like, He's like, it's cool. Just here's the paperwork. He sent me the like little message or the flyer for the thing. I went online and I thought about it and I was like, I'll mess around and try and do this. Yeah, so I paid a little admission fee and literally like, God is so good. He like took care of every step for me. Like you got to pay for certain little stuff. Yeah. For the pageant, like the dress, your shoes, your hair. And I went to the store, I found this dress and it just so happened to be on sale for like nothingness the day I went. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get this dress. And I remember doing the pageant and being on stage with so many beautiful women. One girl was like a freaking astronaut. I was like an astronaut. For real? Yes.
Wow. Like, the people you meet, right?
Astronaut. I'm over here like stressed. I don't even fit in up here. And one girl was like, you know, she's like going to med school, and everybody just seemed so. I just felt out of place.
Like they were like accomplished or whatever.
Yes.
They had their stuff together. Yeah.
Here I come, little Pammy. Like
you were the disruptor.
I was. And I was like, I couldn't have been no realer though. I had no fluff to me because I didn't know nothing but this hard knock life. So there's different parts to pageants where you have to like answer a question and wear a bikini and like do a talent. And my talent was a monologue. And I had just lost my brother like 2 weeks prior to the pageant. Oh man, sorry to hear. And my monologue, my monologue was like involving some emotion. And I remember just like freaking letting all the emotion out that I didn't ever let out about his passing yet. Yeah. It didn't quite hit me yet. It hit me that day. Oh, and wow. I was on stage doing my performance and they didn't know what that was, but boy, that's what that was. Yeah. But they felt it though. But they felt it. They felt it. Everybody in the audience was like really into it because my friend came and she like took a picture of everybody. And oh my God, my phone's acting up. Let me see if I can fix this. Oh, no worries. I think my battery's trying to die. Hold on. That's not good. All right, let's see here. All right, we're back. Sorry. All right, back in action. All right, scoot over to the. I think you might have moved a little bit. Scoot over to your left. Yep, there we go. There we go. Sorry, guys. Now you good. Yeah. So long story short, they had like a question. They asked like, what advice would you give little girls who look up to Beyonce? And I remember I answered that with some like I don't know what I was saying, but like whatever it was, I think that's what won them over. Oh wow! And you won. I don't look up to anybody really. I just think about like being a good person genuinely and what that means for me. And
Yeah.
I don't know, I felt like I felt like I got to be my authentic self, and that's really all I knew. And I wasn't trying to give them the answer.
You didn't give them the fluff that they're.
Yeah.
So it's, and we're gonna get into your acting because I want to show you real, and we'll talk a little bit about your acting. But that's a good segue because it's like acting. You know, you want to go in there and give them something that the 100 other average actors that just came in there didn't give them. Give them something and make them feel differently about what's on that paper. And it showed them that you were an artist and you created and you did the work, and you're giving them something different that everybody else gave them. And then now they're feeling some type of way. And it's like, that felt different, you know? And maybe like you said with the monologue, they didn't know what the hell it was about. And they might not even know what the hell you are thinking or portraying in your audition, but they know it feels different and it works. You know what I'm saying?
Vulnerability. That was my first time ever having to showcase vulnerability on a big stage like that. It's one thing to do my acting because I had already kind of did some acting before. Yeah. But the vulnerability of speaking on a question that's asked to me on a platform in front of people, that was one of my first times doing that. And I think that for me was a turning point in my life where I realized I had a voice and it mattered for once. And I didn't know that. So that pageant meant a lot to me. So when they had us all line up at the end, I literally, when they said the third place person, I said, damn, I didn't even get third place. I swear on everything I love, that was my exact thought. I just knew if I did place, it was third. You know what I'm saying? And then they named the next girl for second. And I was like, that's what's up. Yeah, I figured that. And then they said me for first. The picture is so genuine. I'm literally like this.
That's crazy.
Like, couldn't be no more confused. I was like, Cam? Like, never, ever. I grew up I got bullied a lot when I was younger. Family bullied me. I had friends that bullied me, so-called friends. I had girls in school that jumped me. I went through so much growing up. Getting jumped, getting bullied, getting chastised. And all that stuff, it made me who I am. But man, I never thought that I could be someone's beauty queen. So that was really dope for me. So
that's dope, man. And like I said,
for sure.
That's a good segue. I'm gonna jump into your real quick.
All right.
Let's check out some acting. We'll come back and talk a little bit about that.
All right.
Cool. All right, y'all. This is Pamela, the beauty, Pamela Erin, doing her thing, acting. She's been on some notable things here. She's been on some notable productions. So you check this out, y'all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw was the grand performances of Miss Pamela Erin. Yes, man. So you've had some success, and you're still growing, and you're still budding. It's crazy, though. It's crazy from where you came. This wasn't even in your plans. And, how is it seeing yourself on TV, knowing that I never even thought this for myself? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very... surprising. You know, and it's funny because I think fitness and acting have so much of a segue to one another to me. God has sent me actresses as clients, and I've gotten opportunities because of some of the opportunities have come from training my clients. Wow. And I've come to sets before and trained them for action roles, and God is so good. And then I read for a lot of characters that are like trainers. I had a trainer audition, and there's different stuff that comes to me, and it's like, you know what, God, whatever you have for me, I'm rolling with it, because I don't know what the end looks like. But as long as I'm helping people and being inspiring to someone, you know, I'm here for it, you know.
Yeah, at the end of the day, man, you're, like you said, you're helping people, you're a change element, you're doing God's work. It's gonna come for you. It's gonna come for you. Just keep doing the work for them, keep doing the work for you. It's gonna come. Hands down. Hands down.
Same for you, man. You're putting people on the platform and letting them share their highs and lows, and so it makes them human, because everybody thinks that when you're successful, you're all of a sudden you're not a human being. Right. And we all are human. Even people who come from money, you got to still keep up something to be successful. You can have everything handed to you and lose it. So I admire those, no matter what they come from, bad or good. If you can hold on and maintain, then that's a feat in itself. So I think that's great what you do. I love being on talk shows, man. It's just cool to vibe with other creatives. And I'm glad I got to come chat with KoolKard. Hey.
Yes, man. Thank you for coming aboard and coming kicking it with your boy, man. And to be honest with you, you know, like you said, I'm providing a platform for people to come on and just kind of be transparent and be themselves, right? And people ask me all the time, like, I had Michael Blackston last year, right? And people ever since then, every like, yo, when you gonna have another celebrity? Da, 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 da. And for me personally, I know I can go and get more, but I don't seek that. Yeah. Because what am I doing that for? Yeah, you may want to hear their story, but you probably already know their story. Right? Why not help somebody who doesn't have their story being heard right now, and eventually they will, but why not push it out there now? Get people involved in what they're doing and kind of latch on from the ground level and be like, hey man, I really supported that guy from when I seen him on Kickin' with KoolKard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying I'm not going to have other celebrities, and I know I can go get them, but I'm not seeking that. I haven't sought anybody else since him, honestly.
There you
For real.
go.
Because of the request. And it hit me like, damn, you just want to see celebrities. Like, we're so quick to want to support these people we don't even know, but you won't support your fellow friend, your fellow, you know what I'm saying, your peer.
Be right in front of your cousin and your friend, telling them all the things you're working so hard on, and they have the nerve to send you a DM of someone who's doing what you do that's on a higher platform and be clapping for it and liking and sharing it. I'm like, man, I've been working all day. Can you give me a free like?
Yes, a free like.
Can I get a free share? It goes down in 24 hours. It's gone, bro.
Yeah.
Gone.
You know what? And here's the kicker. A free like. And people, like I myself, I don't care. Like it, don't like it, I'm going to keep going, right? But It's so crazy that you can go and buy likes. And people will go and buy likes and followers. Because that's how much it means in this digital age. They know what it means, even though it hurts their algorithm, whatever. But that's how much it, you know what I'm saying? That's how much it means to our businesses. And you can't just give a free like. You follow me.
You follow me for what? Why are you watching me and don't like nothing? What's wrong with you? I look at my things sometimes and I see how many unfollows I get when I post something that's for my business. It's like, are you kidding me? But if I'm in a bikini, 1,000 likes. Yeah. If I'm talking about support my business, scroll past that.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing, y'all? And it's crazy because
yes,
you always claim that we call people sis and bro, and this my homie, this my dude. I know him for years. Well, show people that. If I'm your sister, show that. Be there for me. Even if you don't want to buy a By Pam app, can you at least put it on your stories for the day?
Right.
Can you just give me a like and say, I see you?
Right.
Just anything, you know what I mean? Because even the support we get, whether it's just a comment saying, I see you, bro, keep going. That is what we need sometimes. Do you know how hard it is to do what we're doing and really don't know if it's going to work out?
Do you listen? In all honesty and just all transparency, do you know how hard it is just to keep going sometimes?
Exactly. There are so many days, like I tell you, I'm about to go get my butt on Indeed and apply to be a lawyer.
Right. Like, really?
You know?
On the outside looking in, it may look all, peachy. Do you know how hard it is to keep going sometimes? You know how hard it is to wake up sometimes and just be like, damn, I got to do this. So
hard.
Yeah. Sometimes we don't feel like doing it, but we get out here and do it.
I don't care how many podcasts I got to watch that morning that say, just get up and go. How many times I watch Oprah Winfrey motivation on YouTube?
Yep.
Okay, I'll put that thing on repeat.
Yes, indeed.
I'm going to do this. I got this. And it's like, the friendships I have now, they're so few. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so okay with that. I just need 5. I'd rather have 4 quarters and 100 pennies. Yeah. Because the 4 that, I'm chit-chatting with on the phone, we are celebrating each other's wins. We are helping each other get over the losses. These are my real aces. Yeah. So when I blow up, I don't want to hear from you 100 pennies. Right. Talking about I knew you was going to make it. You didn't even know. Yep. No. Watch me tonight on such and such.
Right.
Check out my TED Talk tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not to be arrogant. It's just that don't wait for me to be successful as hell to support me.
Yeah.
You can support me now for free, bro. Text me. I'm proud of you.
Man,
so
listen. It's so easy to just click the link in my bio and go watch an episode, but as soon as this thing hit the TV screen,
everybody know you. You got cousins, you got aunties now, you got big brother.
How can I get on the show?
Mm-hmm. You can't. I'm fully booked through all of 2023.
Listen, this is I got There's a production manager. You know, there's casting. Go talk to them.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna refer you to my people.
Right.
To my people. Who do you touch? It's not arrogant. This is not an arrogant conversation. This is an entrepreneurial conversation because all of us feel this way.
Yes.
It's very difficult. You're paying for marketing. You're paying for ads. You're paying for everything. That backdrop you have, the lights that are on you right now, the time you're taking to not take a nap before work. You're actually doing this, you know, and it's like, come on, y'all don't think about how many vacations we'd like to go on, but instead we gotta, you know, pay for all materials for our business or ads for the week on Facebook that, you know, it's so much that goes into it. But I know one thing, it all works out in the end for our good. All the no's, all the negativity. I think about how celebrities, like, I'm sure they get a lot of like negative comments under their photos and things like that. And I know that it's a certain type of human being that's deemed for success because everybody's not going to be able to handle the positives and the negatives. Right. So we're building a muscle right now, dealing with the non-support, the negatives, the naysayers. And when we get where we're headed, we're going to be so strong. Someone can hate, can do what they want, and we're going to have no clap back, no energy for it, full of positivity because we've been in the game so long. We built that muscle. We're not overnight successes.
I'm gonna be
We're not TikTok stars. We're just really working very hard.
Yeah.
And that's what matters. I love people who I see work really hard. They're not trying to be famous tomorrow.
Right.
You know. You know this takes time. So that's the beautiful thing.
Amen, sister. Amen.
Amen. We're gonna be all right. Listen, I'm gonna be on your show in 2022 too. Talk about some more stuff, and you're gonna be killing it too. We're gonna be killing it.
Yes, speak it, girl. Speak it.
We're gonna be killing it.
Yes, indeed. Well, listen, man, I really appreciate your time coming on here in midday. I know you probably could be working, whatever. I really appreciate your time. It's been wonderful, man.
Same. Yeah. Thank you for having me, KoolKard. I wish you nothing but success.
Likewise. Everybody, you check out Pamela at Pamela the Beauty everywhere. Instagram, her website. Go check out the app, By Pam. Get fit under 20 minutes. I know you got 20 minutes to get your life right, all right? Well, listen, y'all, every Tuesday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you know we're right here, kicking it with KoolKard. You never know who I might have, so tap in with me. Hey, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow Pam. Make sure you follow me so you can keep on this journey with us, man. We're out of here, y'all. Peace. I'm going to ride it out with something from Pam, and then, we're going to see y'all next week. Peace out.